Welcome, everybody. If you have a question for Coach Hutt, please type question in the chat. We'll start with Gabe.
Coach, how does a win like this feel? A game where you guys had a big lead in the end of the second half, let that slip, but then came back at the very end and took it over in the final minute. Just what are your emotions with this win, and what does it feel like to win a game that's as wild as this one?
Glad we pulled it out. You know, we did a lot of good things and we did a lot of bad things, but we ended up keep fighting and we made some big plays at the end and we pulled it out.
We'll go to Robert.
In that overtime, that little 10, 15 second stretch there, what was a better play by Dion, the steal or the just jumping that shot and forcing that turnover?
You know, he made a big play for us. You know, he had a really good second half and made a really good play for us. So I hope it's a stepping stone for Dion.
Again, if you have a question for Coach Hutt, please type question in the chat. We'll go to Jackson Moore.
Coach, it seemed like there was some frustrating moments throughout the game, but it was still close the entire time. Just what was your message to your team to keep pushing through some of those mistakes?
Just what you said, just keep pushing through the mistakes. You know, I thought we started off really well defensively, but we just threw the ball to them or threw it out of bounds. And, you know, you take one step forward and you take a step back sometimes. So we couldn't capitalize on a lot of our defensive stops at the start of the game to get a bigger lead because we had too many silly, non-forced turnovers.
Go to Gabe.
Coach, what do you attribute the first half where you guys didn't really score at all in 2-point range? You guys only scored on 3-pointers and free throws. What do you attribute that to? Was it the zone defense or was it something that the team was struggling with?
I think it was a little of both. I think it started off with our turnovers on the fast break, and then it turned into we missed some easy shots inside or got them blocked. And then I think the zone got us stagnant a little bit, and we didn't move it as well in the first half, but we came back in the second half and we did move the ball.
We'll go to Paul.
Coach, the last minute of the second half and the last minute of overtime, you give away a 4-point lead in the last minute of the first half, then you take back a 4-point deficit in the last minute of overtime. How big a deal is that for your team with what they've been through this year and the maturity and development you're hoping to see in them?
Oh, to tell you the truth, I really don't know. You know, we're working hard and we're doing a lot of good things out there that we're proud of, but we're also doing a lot of silly things. And I'm not sure this is going to be a crescendo moment where all of a sudden now we're not going to make those silly mistakes again because, you know, I've been seeing them in practice. You see them in stretches. How many games have we played now? 12. You see them in every game. You're seeing them less, but they're definitely self-inflicted most of the time. And it's careless with the ball. It's making the wrong play. And we played hard defense. You know, we should have had a much bigger lead in the first half than what we did. But I was also proud of our team of how we came out and moved the ball against the zone, got the ball to the high post, kicked it out, and we made some big shots. And then we made some big stops, Paul, at the end when we needed them.
Again, if you have a question for Coach Hutt, please leave question in the chat. Stephen Hicks.
Coach, just what was the message at halftime when nothing was going down inside the arc, and then all of a sudden Dion comes in and kind of gives you a different element, different look there in the second half?
Move the ball against the zone. Keep taking good shots. See if we can get it to the high post. You know, but move the ball against the zone. Do not hold and stand and look at the zone. Move the ball against the zone. That was the message at the timeout in the first half. That was the message at halftime, and I'm proud of our guys that they did a good job in the second half. And Dion gave us a big spark playing in that high post.
We'll go back to Paul.
Coach, Makwach Malawach, you've seen him for 4 years now. He hasn't always been the focal point of New Mexico offensively. But how tough was he tonight to try to defend with the kind of shots that he was making consistently?
He made some tough shots. We got to put a little bigger guy on him at the start of the game.
Any other questions for Coach Hutt? We'll pause there. Junior Ballard will be joining us shortly. Welcome back, everybody. If you have a question for Junior Ballard, please type question in the chat. Seeing Jackson, we'll start with Jackson.
Junior, just leading the team in scoring today in a game where points weren't very easy. Just how did it feel to come through when the team needed you tonight?
It always feels good to come through for your team, especially when they got your back. Always feels good. Always feels good to grind out, a win like that. Always feels good.
And if you've got a question for Junior, please type Junior or type question in the chat. We'll go to Gabe.
Junior, 2 times in that game in the fourth quarter, in the second half and at the end of overtime, the team went to you for the 3-pointer and you made it both times. What does that do for your confidence, and what does it mean that your teammates look for you in those situations to knock down the big shot?
Personally, that means everything. We work at it in practice every day. Every day, the coaches, my teammates always give me the utmost confidence, no matter what, no matter if I've had a bad game in the past or shots just haven't been falling for me. They've always given me, the confidence to shoot my shot. They know the reps I put in. So it means everything for that, truly.
Again, type question in the chat if you've got a question for Junior. Go to Paul.
Junior, there are a few times where you attacked the basket earlier in the game and you couldn't get to the line, you couldn't get a call. Yet late in the game, you're still going in there. Finally, you get it to fall and you get the foul call. Yeah. What made you continue to try that when at first it wasn't paying off for you?
Kind of just sticking with it, sticking with the flow of the offense, sticking with, the spacing and stuff of that sort. I saw a few lanes where we couldn't get it inside. So I was like, man, it's an open lane, so why not?
And I know you don't always have a chance to play spectator, but Dion threw down some crazy dunks tonight, 4 of them. Did you have a favorite? Was there one that raised your eyebrows a bit?
The first one. I like the lob. Whenever he gets a dunk, man, it's a fun thing to watch because he could jump through the gym.
We'll go to Jackson.
How did you feel New Mexico's length and their zone was changing the flow of the offense for you guys?
Say that one more time.
Yeah, how did you feel New Mexico's length and their zone was changing the flow of the offense for what you guys normally do?
They're definitely their length is definitely they're pretty lengthy, obviously. I think we have to just kind of do a better job of getting the ball moving. I would say getting the ball moving would help us in the long run. Early we weren't really, getting it moving, kind of missing some open lanes that we could have drove to or even kicked to. So, coming out of halftime, we knew that we had to get the ball moving.
KC24, I'm not sure if it's Andrew, but if it's Scott or Julia.
Just with where this team's at, how important was this win just for like a building block going forward?
Oh, it's always important. Especially at this level, wins aren't easy to get. So, every win that we can get, it's always good. We're obviously getting better. I have the most confidence in my teammates and the coaching staff. They put us in the right positions. So it's truly just up to us to just go out every night, fight, and play hard.
Go to Jackson.
Junior, just about all but one of your games this season to this point had been kind of lopsided either way. Just how was it to pull through in a close game and maybe even get 2 opportunities here to get that experience under your guys' belt?
It's always good, got off to a rough start, but like I said, my teammates give me the utmost confidence. And with that being said, you know, some nights other players have good games, and tonight I had an okay game. So I just want to thank my teammates for that and the coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? They know it wasn't me to have those type of games, so they obviously give me the utmost confidence. Thank you for that.
We'll see no other questions. We'll thank everybody, and we'll see you here on Saturday.
Thank you guys.